He hunts the biggest of all game, public enemies who try to destroy our America. With his faithful valet Cato, Britt Reed, daring young publisher, matches wits with the underworld, risking his life that criminals and racketeers within the law may feel its weight by the sting of the Green Hornet. Ride with Britt Reed in the thrilling adventure, Flaming Decoy. The Green Hornet strikes again. Fish-Eye Springer crouched low among the crates and bales on the dark side of Pier 186, peered toward the waterfront buildings behind him. His gray, almost white eyes blinked. Then he turned quickly to the figure of Kansas Kramer, also bent low amidst the cargo.
Hey, Kansas, the light just went on and off in the building. It's a signal. I'll light your fuses. I'll start mine.
Right.
Hurry, I got mine all good. Yeah, just a second. There. What a fine fire this is going to make. Come on.
The two men, as they ran from the dock toward the street, heard the first rumbling explosion behind them. Then, as other explosions followed and tongues of flame leaped skyward from the inflammable cargo, they came face to face with a watchman running toward the fire.
Hey, Kansas, look. Get your gun.
Stop where you are.
Out of my way, you. Here.
Help!
Lenore Case, secretary to Britt Reed, young publisher of the Daily Sentinel, had been working overtime in the office. She had closed her desk and was preparing to file some papers when the door burst open and Michael Axford bustled in.
Casey, half the waterfront's on fire. There was a big explosion on Pier 86, and the fire's spreading all over.
How terrible.
You finished here?
Yes, Michael.
Then get your hat on and come along with me. This is a big story. The paper will need everybody available around here. I'll have my car waiting downstairs. Hurry.
Oh, hello. Oh, yes, this Cato. Who this? Oh, Mr. Gunnigan. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, yes, sir. Oh, yes, in library. Oh, just a minute, please. I get it.
Britt Reed answered the telephone and spoke with Gunnigan, his city editor. He finished in a matter of seconds.
Well, thanks, Gunnigan. I want to see it, certainly. I'll get right down there. See you. Cato, get my car ready, the convertible.
It's starting to rain, Mr. Britt. You better use sedan.
There's a terrible fire on the waterfront, and it's spreading. All right, I'll take the sedan. Cato, you drive. I'll be with you in a minute or two.
The fire, like some ravenous monster, seemed to be eating its way from pier to pier, devouring cargo, ships, and the dockside buildings. Michael Axford and Lenore Case, press cards pinned on their coats, were inside the fire lines comparing notes.
You found the paper this time, Casey. Well, let's see now. Pier 186 and 187 are done for. Hey, what's the matter?
I can't write in this notebook, Michael. It's raining too hard now.
Too bad you didn't take my raincoat from the car like I suggested. But if it keeps up like this, maybe the rain can help. Hey, there's Commissioner Higgins. Come on, Cassie, let's see what he can give us.
Police Commissioner Higgins had just left a group of men, including fire chiefs and inspectors. His face was grave as Michael Axford intercepted him.
Just a minute, will you, Commissioner?
Yes, hold a minute, Axford. Oh, Miss Case, what are you doing here?
Emergency duty, Commissioner. This is a big fire.
Yes, the worst in years, and it's arson.
What? Somebody started this?
No doubt about it, Axford. There are clues all over the pier. Another thing, one of the guards saw the men who probably started it. They slugged him.
Got away, too, huh? Did he give you a description?
Well, only of one, and that was sketchy. He said the man seemed to be blind.
Blind?
Yes, that's right.
His eyes were all white or something like that. Probably the guard's imagination. Please don't print that until I give you the... Hey, what's that?
It's Pier 188.
Sorry, X, but I have to go. Sergeant Burke, radio for more reserves. Get that squad from Pier 217. Have them ring off 188.
Yes, sir. Fletcher. Haley.
What squad is on Pier 217, Commissioner? Is there a fire there?
No, just a big drug shipment going out. Too many drug robberies lately. I'll be seeing you.
Michael, I'll phone a bulletin to the paper about this. You get to Pier 188.
Give them all the stuff we got, Casey. Well, here's the key to my car. Take it. After you've phoned in your story, go to my car and take my raincoat. You'll need it. My car's parked near that flop house or whatever it is.
Nomad's Haven?
Yeah, that's it. It's only a block from where you gotta go to phone, and you won't have any trouble.
Nomad's Haven, as its wealthy sponsors and a great part of the public knew, was a shelter for derelicts and unfortunates along the waterfront. What they did not know would have come to them as a paralyzing shock had they been present at that moment in a room on the top floor of the building that housed the project.
Fisheye! Kansas. Yeah? Come over here, you two. Take a quick look. I think we're ready to roll.
The elderly managing head of Nomad's Haven, Ellis Boone, beckoned to two men on the other side of the room. As he called, he kept looking through the powerful telescope on a tripod, which was leveled through the window, its lens aiming at a semi-darkened pier diagonally across the street from the building.
Got the cops away from 217?
They just left, Fisheye. I want you to look for yourself, though, and see how the layout seems to you.
Okay, let's see. The other way, Kansas.
All right.
As Fisheye Springer looked through the telescope, his partner in crime, Kansas Kramer, listened as the blue-eyed and benign-looking Ellis Boone spoke.
We didn't figure on this rain. Next job we do, we'll have to take weather into consideration, too.
Rain don't seem to be holding things up much, Mr. Boone. Things been going just like you planned them, haven't it?
Now that the police have left Pier 217, yes. But I was beginning to fear...
Hey, Mr. Boone.
Yes, Fisheye?
I cased all the guys still on duty over there. I know where they are, I think.
Make sure you do. Once you start, you've got exactly 10 minutes to get that load of stuff out of there and back into this building. Well, go on. Don't stand there.
Yes,
We're going, Mr. Boone.
Remember, when you get this stuff, unload it in back of the building and have the men get it in quick.
Right.
Let the truck go on. The tire marks may show in this rain. Tell your driver to abandon it on the other side of the town.
That's part of the setup, Mr. Boone.
Good. No matter how worked up your men get, after the job, they stay downstairs all night. We'll need the window dressing and the alibis, just in case the police drop by to ask questions. Good luck now.
Lenore Case had telephoned the Sentinel. Now, as Axford had suggested, she went to his parked car and removed his raincoat from the back seat. He was donning the oversized Macintosh when the door of Nomad's Haven opened, and men in groups of 2 and 3 came into the street. They fanned off in various directions, but one man, the last to emerge, headed directly across the avenue. He crossed to the underpassage beneath the viaduct that separated the buildings from the waterfront piers.
Oh, poor men having to go out in this rain and... What?
Miss Case gasped suddenly as she saw the man look over his shoulder when he reached the passage under the viaduct.
He's blind.
For beneath the dull light overhead, his eyes seemed like nothing but 2 pools of whiteness.
That can't possibly be. But those eyes. I must tell Commissioner Higgins about this. I must.
It took Lenore Case 10 minutes to get back to Pier 188, and another 10 minutes before she located Commissioner Higgins in the confusion. When she saw him, he was trailed by Britt Reed and Michael Axford. They were heading toward a police car parked at the edge of the fire line.
Commissioner! Mr. Reed, wait!
Unheeding, Commissioner Higgins had entered the car, which drove off with almost reckless speed.
Mr. Reed! Mr. Reed!
Hey, I just recognized you.
Casey, you look like a scarecrow in that coal mine. You should... Hey, Reed.
Oh, Miss Case, what's wrong?
Mr. Reed, I've got to see Commissioner Higgins at once. Either him or some police official.
We're joining Higgins in a minute, Casey.
You better come with us then, Miss Case. My car's over here somewhere. Oh, there it is. There's Cato. We're going to Pier 217. There's been a big robbery there. As
Cato drove Reed and his party toward Pier 217 and while Lenore Case told her story of the man she had seen. That man, Fish-Eye Springer, was with Ellis Boone. They were in the rear of the building that housed Nomad's Haven, and they were checking the stolen cargo that Kansas Kramer and the gang had just brought in through the rear door, designed to look like part of the outside building's brick wall.
It's all here, Mr. Boone. We didn't lose a man. Did it in exactly 9 minutes and 10 seconds, the whole job. About killing those men. We had to.
Yes, I suppose you did have to. What about the truck?
You saw how quick we unloaded and got the stuff into the building, Mr. Boone. Truck's probably over the other side of town by now.
Well, let's hope so. Right now, leave the stuff here. Get your men into the dormitory and have them clean and polish their shoes. If the police come here, and they're bound to, they'd see mud on your shoes. And maybe footprints from across the way.
Sure. I never thought of that. Yeah, we gotta stay clear. Sure, all right, Mr. Boone. I'll have them do it right away.
Hurry. And when they've done that, get them to the recreation room and keep them busy.
Okay.
I'm going up to the top floor now and look through that scope of mine. I want to see how things are going on Pier 217.
Lenore Case finished her story as Cato brought Reed's car to a stop in front of Pier 217. Reed was impressed.
It may not be your imagination about the man's eyes, Miss Case. You tell Higgins what you told me.
Let me get out first, and then I'll help you out. Oh. Watch out when you step down, Casey. There's nothing but mud and puddles all over this part of the street. Careful now. That's it.
Commissioner Higgins withdrew from the group of detectives and police officials huddled in a corner of the pier and walked over to Reed.
Oh, Reed, this is horrible. 2 policemen and 1 guard killed. The rest of them beaten into unconsciousness. Shipments of penicillin and other drugs intended for Europe.
Another one of those robberies?
Yes, Axford, another. Looks like the work of the same gang, too. The irony of it is we had extra police here guarding the pier and, well, there was the fire.
Commissioner, this may sound grotesque, but isn't it possible that the fire on the piers was started as a decoy?
A decoy? You mean
why couldn't a gang as ruthless as these drug robbers seem to be, why couldn't or wouldn't they start a fire in order to divert the guards away from this pier so they could loot it?
Reed, that would be... Well, no. Nothing is unbelievable anymore, I suppose.
Well, it could be as Mr. Reed says, Commissioner, because when
That's
I was
right,
at
Miss Case. Commissioner, listen to what Miss Case has to tell you about the man she saw right around here.
It was over there, right under the viaduct. And he was heading in this direction, Commissioner. When I went to telephone the paper before, I... And the man I saw coming here before the robbery could be the same one who was seen on Pier 186 when the fire started.
And he and the other men came out of Nomad's Haven?
Yes, sir, I'm sure of it.
But that doesn't make... Reed, you know Ellis Boone, don't you?
Well, not personally, Commissioner. I know of the work he's doing along the waterfront.
Yeah, that's it. I know the work he's done, and I know the man personally. If by some stretch of the imagination anyone connected either with this robbery or with the fire came from his place...
He wouldn't have to know he was giving Haven to crooks, would he? Doesn't he take care of anyone over there without asking questions?
Commissioner Higgins,
Oh, pardon me, please. Yes, Sergeant Burke.
we just got a radio report, sir. They found a truck. Empty, over on the west side near Montrose. They're combing it for prints now. Naturally, the loot was gone.
They certainly worked fast.
Oh, it's been a well-planned job, Reed. I wouldn't be surprised if you were right. That fire on the pier might well be merely a decoy used by whatever outfit pulled this job.
Off. I'd better call off the man who we got studying those tire marks across the street then, eh?
Across the street?
Yeah, at Nomad's Haven. Oh, you didn't know that, did you?
No.
On account of the rain and mud, it was easy to follow the tire tracks of the truck. Somehow, it seems to have gone up on the sidewalk, right off the corner across the street. It must have gone into a vacant lot in back of a building there. And then it seems to have skidded or something. And it went across the lot and out on the next block.
Trying to confuse whoever might follow the tire marks, I suppose.
Undoubtedly. Well, Sergeant Burke, get Detectives Carlson and Duncan.
Right.
I'm going to go over and talk to Ellis Boone. I'd like them to look around his place and see if they recognize any of the men he has staying there at present. I don't think he can help us much, but, well, we'll see.
Do you mind if Axford goes along, Commissioner?
Oh, of course not. Aren't you coming too, you and Miss Case? Perhaps she can recognize some of the men she saw leave the place. We could
Well,
question him.
I only noticed the one with the strange eyes.
Yeah, well, maybe he'll be there. You can tell us if you recognize him.
Well, you go along, Miss Case. Commissioner, someone has to call the paper about this robbery. I'll do that. Who can give me all the details while you're gone?
Oh, that's right. You don't have them, do you? Well, see Weinstein. He's the homicide man. Right over there with the examiner.
It was hardly more than a minute later that Alice Boone hurried from upstairs in the building to the recreation room of Nomad's Haven.
All right, you men. I've just finished looking through my scope. The police are heading over this way. Maybe to join those fellas working in the lot in back. But maybe they'll come here. Get inside, Fisheye. Sure. You too, Kansas. Right. Now remember, you men, you're derelicts and know nothing. Follow my lead in conversation.
Commissioner Higgins led the group of detectives and the two Sentinel reporters into the large room that was the center of Nomad's Haven. Alice Boone, seemingly in conversation with one of the derelicts, turned and saw him. The old man's face beamed as he came forward, hand outstretched.
Well, Commissioner Higgins, my dear friend, my good friend, how good it is to see you. I'd like to... Why, what's the matter, Commissioner?
How are you, Mr. Boone? I'm here on official business tonight.
Yes, of course, that fire on the piers. A terrible fire, terrible. We can see the flames from here. It's terrible. I trust no one has been... Well, that there have been no casualties.
There have been, Mr. Boone. Too many. Just as there's been death in that robbery on Pier 217.
Robbery? Pier 217? Why, that's across the street.
You mean you didn't know about it? You didn't hear the police cars?
Yes, I heard the cars, but I thought they were going to the fire.
Oh, Mr. Boone, Miss Case here of the Daily Sentinel saw some men come out of here just prior to the robbery on Pier 217.
Commissioner Higgins related the details of Fisheye Springer's identification at the scene of the fire and later by Miss Case. When he finished, Alice Boone shook his head.
Oh, I assure Miss Case her imagination must have been playing tricks. There's been no such man here who fits that description. Still, I wasn't in the room all night. Men, just a second. Come here.
What's he going to do?
Have any of you men
Casey,
seen...
why don't you take off that heavy raincoat?
I'm going to, Michael. I'm sweltering.
Men, will you listen to me just a minute, please?
Sure.
None of you has seen a man here this evening who had eyes that... Well, eyes like a fish, the young lady says. Have you seen such a man?
Oh, nobody like that around here. I didn't see none like that. Did you two, Court? No.
Maybe
no.
these men weren't here when he was. Maybe they...
That's possible. Men, these detectives want to ask you some questions. Now, would your detectives care to start the questioning now, Commissioner? Go right ahead.
The crooks, disguised as derelicts, had been well coached. They revealed nothing to forward the suspicions that Lenore Case had seeded in the mind of Commissioner Higgins. After half an hour of questions and perfunctory investigation of the lower floor of the Nomad's Haven, Commissioner Higgins spoke for the group.
Well, I think we've found out all we can here, for the time being at least. Mr. Boone, perhaps later, if you don't mind, we may return.
Do that, Commissioner, if you think we can help. It's merely that I dislike seeing these poor unfortunates persecuted for no reason.
An hour later, the rain had stopped and the fire was under control. Axford had returned to the Sentinel office, and Commissioner Higgins was conferring with detectives in a room on Pier 217. At Pier 188, Lenore Case was talking earnestly with Britt Reed.
And Mr. Reed, for all his reputation and his seeming frankness, I think Mr. Boone was lying. When I noticed that the shoes of every man in Nomad's Haven were clean, I thought that... Well, if they had been out in that heavy rain, as Mr. Boone said, those shoes should have been wet and muddy.
But Mr. Boone told the commissioner he'd ordered them to clean their shoes when they came in.
Oh...
You really think a man of Mr. Boone's reputation would be involved in murder and carnage as these deaths were tonight?
I'm not sure what I think. But I know what I saw and heard this evening.
Mm-hmm. Higgins said the police will investigate further in the morning.
But what about now? Well, I'd go back there myself if I... Oh, my gracious. I left Michael's raincoat on a chair in Nomad's Haven. I'll have to go back.
I'll go with you then.
No, Mr. Reed. Please let me go alone. Perhaps well, if anything's wrong, I can find out. Mr. Boone may not be suspicious of me, even though I asked him too many questions before.
Maybe. I tell you what, Miss Case. I'll drive you to the place. I won't park the car outside, so it'll look as if you came there by yourself. But I'll be in the vicinity. Be sure of that. As soon as you go into Nomad's Haven, I'll make
The main room of Nomad's Haven was empty when Lenore Case entered from the street. But she saw the raincoat on the back of a chair in another room. And as she neared that room, she heard voices in conversation. Ellis Boone's voice topped them all into silence.
I've looked through the scope and the coast is clear. For a while, anyway. I'll get inside and hide those crates. No one's wise to that secret room. But if they start checking, it might not be so secret. So let's get to work there. All right, men.
Lenore Case heard a door slide back in the next room. She leaned forward to see where Boone was leading the group of men. There was a void in the wall, and the men were going through it.
Oh,
She leaned forward, grabbed Axford's coat, and shaking, started to run toward the street door.
I've got to tell the police.
Oh, you don't have to, sister.
Kansas Kramer had appeared from an alcove off the recreation room, and as he stood behind her, she felt a gun in her back.
You don't tell anybody, sister. You're going into that room back there till I get someone to talk with you. Now get moving.
Britt Reed had waited 10 minutes a block away from Nomad's Haven. When Lenore Case did not appear after that time, he went to the place himself. But the lights in the Haven were out, except for one dim bulb in the corner of the main room. And the door was locked. He knocked, then knocked again. There was no answer. Reed was back in his automobile almost immediately. Cato watched him open a secret compartment in the floor.
Mr. Britt, what you do? You get out Green Hornet mask and gun you hide there. Green Hornet is going to do things?
He certainly is, Cato. I know Miss Case went into that place, and you know it. If she's stumbled across something, questions or police methods are not going to help her in the short time we may have. I'll take some AS bombs, too.
Oh, they over on side there. Oh, yes, you got them. You want me to go, Mr. Britt?
No, Cato, stay right here. I'll have to do some quick switching in case... Well, stay here. I'm going in and find out why Miss Case hasn't returned and why that place is dark and closed. Now, keep your eyes and ears open, Cato. And if I haven't returned in 15 minutes, get over to Pier 217 and tell Commissioner Higgins.
Boldly, Reed opened the door of Nomad's Haven using his special key. Only when it was open did he don the Green Hornet's mask quickly and let himself inside. Outside, the street was dark and deserted.
Hey, who came through that
Stick
door?
your hands up, you, and don't talk loud.
Why, you can't see your face. You got a mask on. Well, you're the Green Hornet.
You're right, I am. Now tell me, where's that girl?
What girl?
You know, that newspaper dame who just came in here. She's smart to the setup. I've got to find out what she knows and what she told the cops. Where is she?
Why, she's back in that room with the boss. You can talk with him and her. Look, I want to hear what this is all about. I'll lead the way.
No, you won't.
What?
Because you've told me what I want to know. You're going to sleep. There.
Kansas Kramer fell to the floor unconscious as the Green Hornet's gas gun went off in his face. Then the Green Hornet walked through the dormitory toward the room where Kansas had pointed as he started to lead him. It was a perturbed, almost panicky Ellis Boone who faced Lenore Case in the room to the rear of the dormitory.
You shouldn't have come back here, young lady. The police, I expected them, and I could handle them. But you with your woman's curiosity and your woman's
I
vindictiveness.
tell you, Mr. Boone, I only returned to get the raincoat I left behind
You left
me.
it behind on purpose. You were snooping when Kansas found you. You were watching me and my men enter that storeroom that only we knew about. We and you now.
I didn't mean to eavesdrop. I didn't mean to spy.
Doesn't matter what you meant to do. You're dangerous. And as much as I hate to do it, I've got to have you killed. Fisheye will have to spirit you away from here. He'll have
Fisheye? Is that the man I saw?
Yes, if you must know, it is. The man you saw going to lead his men in that perfect robbery of mine. The man the guard saw after Fisheye and Candace started that fire I designed as a decoy.
What? You planned all this?
Who else has the mind to? Who else had the nerve and the brains to? No one but Ellis Boone, Miss Case. Ellis Boone. Friend of the great and near great. Honored by public officials and... just a minute. That's you, Fisheye? You'll have to hurry this girl away from here. You'll have...
The Green Hornet.
Get your hands up, Boone.
What? Green Hornet. What in heaven's name are you doing here? What? Get away from me. Get away.
I'm going to give you this, Boone.
No, don't. You're mad. Help. Help. Fisheye, Kansas.
Gas
Help.
for you, Boone.
I can't.
And another
breathe.
dose.
Oh, I'm glad you came. That man must be insane. Now, and listen, did you hear what he said?
Yes. Now, where is his secret storeroom, do you know?
Yes, that man Fisheye's in there now with the gang that committed the robbery. I know the whole story now. And what I don't know, I've guessed.
Show me where it is, then. And when you have, go over to Pier 217 and bring the police back here.
But, what about you?
When you return, the Green Hornet won't be here.
Only Fisheye Springer heard the wall to the storeroom slide open. He started to yell when he saw the man.
The Green Hornet. Hey, men, drop those cases. Bombs, watch out.
The Green Hornet, with unbelievable speed, had thrown a gas bomb. And then another and another. The men fell to the floor unconscious, and the Green Hornet backed out into the dormitory. He put the stamp of the Green Hornet on the door and then ran from the building. When he returned a few minutes later, the lights were on in Nomad's Haven, and police were swarming in every room. Axford saw him first.
Reed, they got the crooks. They got the ones that started the fire. They got the stolen drugs and a lot more. And Casey's got all the evidence and a great story for the paper.
That's right, Mr. Reed.
They got Ellis Boone to dead rights, too. He's the biggest crook of all. The mastermind. There's only one guy bigger than him, and he got away.
Who's that?
Do you have to guess? Wouldn't you know? It's the Green Hornet, of course.
That's Select Street. Paper, Boone faces death penalty. Drug robbery solved. Read all about it. Springer and Kramer tell all. Green Hornet helps expose gang. That's Select Street. Paper.
This is a feature of the Green Hornet Incorporated, created by George W. Trendle, produced by Trendle Campbell Enterprises, directed by Charles D. Livingston, and edited by Fran Stryker. The part of the Green Hornet is played by Jack McCarthy. This copyrighted feature originates in Detroit, and all characters, places, and incidents used are fictitious. The Green Hornet is brought to you every Friday at this same time. Don Hendricks speaking. This is ABC, the American Broadcasting Company. The National Jamboree of the Boy Scouts of America will be held at Valley Forge, Pennsylvania on June 30th to July 6th and will be officially opened by President Truman. From all parts of the United States, 47,000 scouts and leaders will attend. The Jamboree is both a high spot of the Scouts' two-year crusade to strengthen the arm of liberty and an observance of the 40th anniversary of the Boy Scouts of America. What a thrill for the Scouts of today to camp on the ground made sacred by George Washington and his Continental Army during the bitter winter of 1777-1778. This Jamboree will strengthen the character building and citizenship training program of the Boy Scouts of America. A salute to the Boy Scouts of America. And now, the Green Hornet. He hunts the biggest of all game, public enemies who try to destroy our America. With his faithful valet Cato, Britt Reed, daring young publisher, matches wits with the underworld, risking his life that criminals and racketeers within the law may feel its weight by the sting of the Green Hornet. Ride with Britt Reed in the thrilling adventure set up at Caribou Point. The Green Hornet strikes again. Racketeer gambler Moose Jefferson looked up when his lieutenant, Blue Elkins, entered the room.
Well, it didn't take you long.
Didn't have to. Moose, that dope we got was straight. This guy, Sidney Shelby, still wanted in Frisco.
No kidding.
Like our man told us, Shelby ran a bucket shop out on the coast. He lammed with a couple of $100,000 back in the 30s, and the cops never caught up with him.
You're sure he's the same guy? There's no mistake?
There's no mistake, believe me. The Sidney Shelby, who's town manager at Caribou Point, is the Sidney Benson from Frisco.
When Moose Jefferson walked in on a puzzled Sidney Shelby 2 weeks later, the appointed town manager of Caribou Point heard the words that made him turn white.
You mind if I sit down, Benson? I just got in from San Francisco.
San Francisco?
What's the matter? You sick?
You must be mistaken. You call me
Cut
Benson.
it out, Bub. I'm not the law. I'd come to give you a break.
Break?
Yeah. Unless you're going to be dopey, and I don't think you are, Mr. Shelby. You've done too well in this out-of-the-way joint to want to go dopey on me. Now, look, I got a proposition. Here it is.
Lenore Case, secretary to Britt Reed, answered the telephone on the young publisher's desk.
Mr. Reed's office? Why, Commissioner, I thought you were on vacation.
That's Commissioner Higgins?
Yes, sir. Oh, that's too bad, Commissioner. Yes, Mr. Reed's right here. Just a second, please.
Oh, thank you, Miss Case. Hello, Commissioner. What brings you back to town so soon? I thought you were going to stay at Caribou Point for 3 weeks. Really? Well, yes, I can have lunch with you. I have a tentative appointment, but I can cancel that.
Britt Reed and Police Commissioner Higgins dined at the Civic Club an hour later. Higgins immediately explained his reasons for curtailing the vacation he'd begun at Caribou Point.
I don't know how it happened, Reed, but the town has gone completely to pot. You know how lovely it's been there every summer in the past? Well, now the place is overrun with gangsters and police characters of every sort.
Caribou Point and gangsters, they don't go together.
Well, they evidently do now, Reed. You know who's head of the corporation that bought the inn? Moose Jefferson.
Oh, no.
Yes, it's true. They've installed a gambling room in the inn. What I've heard, there are a lot of other joints opened all over town.
Well, you say you heard. Didn't you find out yourself?
No, I was a marked man from the day I arrived. You see, the boys know me. I was barred from everywhere.
Well, what do you know about that? What about that town manager they have there? It's his fault if the place has changed like you say.
Yes, I know it is. It has to be. But naturally, he denies it. I talked with him, told him who was who and what the background of each was. But Mr. Shelby said there was nothing he could do. They weren't wanted by police anywhere, so... Well, you know how it is.
Well, the state police had better step in then.
Well, they've tried to a few times, Reed. But somehow, when they arrived to make raids, there was no evidence. Jefferson has his pipelines working as usual. He has ways of finding out almost everything.
You're sure there's a story out there, then?
I'm positive. That's why I came back to the city to tell you about it. Before I set off to some other spot for the remainder of my vacation. Maybe you can stir things up in Caribou Point. Newspapers have a way of compelling action by exposure. The Sentinel...
Back at the Sentinel office, Britt Reed made immediate plans to send a reporter and a photographer to Caribou Point.
Miss Benny for the pictures, of course. I don't think she's known to Jefferson or his mob. And maybe if they have their eyes on a Sentinel reporter they know, Miss Benny can sneak in by the back door, so to speak, and find out things. Have Axford come in here, will you please, Miss Case?
You're going to send Michael?
Yes, I think he can handle it. He and Miss Benny can go to Caribou Point tomorrow. Axford can leave the train at Redfern, hire a car there, and then he can...
Michael Axford and Clicker Binney were on their way to Caribou Point the next morning. As the train neared the town where Axford would leave the train before proceeding to the resort by automobile, Clicker reviewed their plan of campaign briefly.
And while you're questioning Shelby and Jefferson and whomever else you think needs quoting, I'll get around with my camera.
Now, don't, whatever you do, let them catch you at it, Clicker.
No.
If this series of stories we're going to write carries any kick at all,
I'll supply it with my trusty little camera. But don't you worry about me, Axford. Just make sure you don't mess things up yourself.
I don't like that remark. I'll have you know that...
Horse inside, next. Horse inside.
Oops, here where I get off.
Now, don't forget, I'll pass you in the lobby of the inn at 10 o'clock sharp tonight. You tell me what room you're in, and I'll meet you there about 11.
Okay, but be careful now, like I told you.
That afternoon, Blue Elkins, Moose Jefferson's right-hand man, met at a prearranged spot with town manager Sidney Shelby.
The boss told me you better be careful, Sid. A newspaper geek from the city just blew into the hotel. From the Daily Sentinel. Name's Axford.
Oh, my. I think I ought to resign. I had a bad time with that police commissioner.
Now you'll continue doing like you're doing till Moose tells you different.
But the natives here don't like the way things are now. And the state troopers...
Forget about them. They're our worry. We were ready for them last time they tried raiding, weren't we? Now you just sit calm and take orders as usual.
But what about this newspaper man?
Axford? I know him. He's not too smart, that gee. We got the operator at the hotel listening in on his calls, and we'll have men tailing him. I'm in a room next to his, and we... Well, don't worry. Just be careful if he comes to talk with you. The rest our boys will look after.
Sidney Shelby handled his questioning by Axford with affected indignation.
The stories you hear are exaggerated, Mr. Axford. And as for knowing Mr. Jefferson, I resent the way you put that. I know him only as a resident of this community.
Community? Judging by the characters I've seen around, it's like a branch of Sing Sing. Where did you come from, Mr. Shelby? Before you came here, I mean.
It's none of your business.
I think it's the public's business. Where did you work before, and what did you do? There's something about your face that looks familiar.
I'm sure you're mistaken.
Could be, but... Look, did you ever live out on the coast?
What? The coast? Pacific Coast, you mean? No, I never did.
My boss's father owns a paper out in San Francisco, and I used to work out there years back. Wait now. Are you sure you were never in San Francisco?
Positive. Now leave me alone. Get out of here.
Oh, don't start getting aggressive now, laddie buck. I'm just asking you a civil question. And the reason I am is... Stand right there now, and let me get a look at you.
I will not. Get out of this office.
What's the idea of turning your head away? Say, I know.
You what?
I said I know where I saw you. Usen't you be a doorman at the Chinese Theater in San Francisco?
What? The Chinese Theater isn't in San Francisco.
So you never was out on the coast, huh?
Well, of course not. Anyone who reads the papers knows that. Well, just a minute. Where are you going?
I'm leaving, that's all. I'll see you again.
Oh, this is bad. What'll I do? I'll call Jefferson. I've got to tell him. Got to tell Jefferson.
Moose Jefferson finished his phone conversation with Sidney
right.
Shelby. Then he turned to Blue Elkins.
I thought you said that guy Axford wasn't smart.
He isn't smart, I know.
You're wrong, Blue. That was Shelby I was just talking to. Axford's pegged him, or so Shelby says.
Axford knows he's Benson?
No, or he didn't a few minutes ago. For sure, I mean. What time you get?
20 minutes to 10. Why?
You heard me talking, did you? I'm going to meet Shelby at 10:30 and find out what this is all about. The guy's panicky. He needs to be straightened out, I think, one way or the other.
You mean it may be time to bump him?
It might be. It all depends. I'll tell you after I meet him.
Out at the beach house, huh?
Where else? Look, you better get the word around. If this guy Axford tries to get through to his paper tonight, have the operator in the inn stall him off. If he tries to call from the outside, well, we got the town covered.
And him, too.
That's right. So just make sure he doesn't call long distance. At least until we get our angles straightened out in case anything happens.
Okay. Want me to go to the beach house with you?
No. You look after things here and keep away from the casino. And stay in your room if Axford goes back into his. He might be smart enough to have someone working with him. Someone we don't know about.
All for Mr. Great Scott.
It was 10 o'clock exactly when Clicker Benny sat at a writing desk in the corner of the Caribou Point Inn. She removed stationery from the rack and began to write a letter. Michael Axford, seated at another desk next to hers, was doing the same thing ostensibly. He looked around him cautiously, then spoke low without looking at Clicker.
Okay.
Clicker Benny looked around casually, then spoke without looking at Axford.
Yes. Got a raft of pictures.
Good. I think I got something.
You being followed?
I don't think so. Made me like we planned. My room at 11. Room 417.
Right.
At 11 o'clock, Clicker Benny hurried along the deserted hotel corridor and let herself into room 417.
I'm glad you left the door unlocked, Michael.
Wanted to be sure you could sneak in as quick as possible. Nobody seen you, huh?
No one. Oh, I feel like a spy who's been taking photographs of a fort filled with soldiers.
You got pictures?
A load of them. I certainly turned my charm on tonight, Michael. I got into every gambling and clip joint in this town. Took pictures there, too. Why, when they appear in the Sentinel, nobody will be able to say there's no gambling going on in Caribou Point.
You got into the casino in the hotel here?
Ah, that was easy. I even got a shot of Moose Jefferson walking into a back office. Took the shot from my handbag. You know how I work that. And I snapped it over a roulette wheel. Oh, and say, I also got a picture of your friend Sidney Shelby as he was coming out of his office this evening. It's not much of a shot.
You know, Clicker, I've been thinking about that guy. I know I've seen him someplace before. And I'm almost sure it was when I used to work out in San Francisco.
Almost sure?
Yeah, pretty sure now, though. It's the way he acted when I mentioned the town and him. He swore he'd never been out there. Well, I'll tell you. I know him.
Clicker listened to Axford's account of his interview with Shelby. When he'd finished, she leaped from her chair.
Well, look, Michael. If you think he's acted peculiarly, and if you think it's because he doesn't want to be associated with San Francisco, then there's only one thing to do. Call Mr. Reed and tell him what you told me.
I was going to after I spoke to you. Reed might have some idea about Shelby. He knows so many people in San Francisco on account of his father.
Sure, that's right. And listen, meanwhile, I'll go to my room and get the pictures I took and send them on to Mr. Reed. If he thinks it's wise, he can put the picture of Shelby on the wire and have someone on the coast try to identify him.
It's a good idea.
Sure.
Okay, Clicker, you go ahead. Do that. And I'll call Reed.
Okay.
Watch out now. Look around before you let yourself out into the hall. I'll see you in the lobby at the writing desk first thing in the morning.
Right, Axford.
As Clicker Benny walked along the corridor after leaving Axford's room, the door of the suite next to his opened quietly. Blue Elkins let himself out quietly and then tiptoed after the girl.
I think I'll have to do something about this, babe.
A few minutes later, Michael Axford slammed the receiver on the hook of the telephone, then picked it up again and spoke to the hotel operator.
Look, operator, are you sure I won't be able to get a long-distance call through tonight? I see. But I never heard the likes of that before. There's no storms. Okay. It's not your fault. Thanks. That's peculiar. I wonder if by any chance... No, maybe they could be giving me the business. I'd take a walk down to that all-night restaurant and make a call from the booth there. That's what I do.
Clicker Benny had removed the film from her candid camera and put it into a letter she had written to Britt Reed. She sealed the envelope and placed it with 3 others in her hand. Then she started into the hallway.
Okay, sister, step back into your room.
Blue Elkins, who had slipped a white handkerchief around his face and tied it from behind, pushed Clicker back into the room.
Now, let's have those pictures, sister. I don't want to give you any trouble, so make it fast.
Clicker Benny backed against the sofa and let one of the letters in her hand fall unobtrusively behind it. Then, eyes flashing, she used her free hand to slap Elkins and to grasp the handkerchief covering his face.
Why, you little... Stop it. You're scratching me.
Help! Help!
That won't do any good yelling. Hey, stop! My face! Look, you took my mask off.
Blue Elkins. I know you. I... Don't.
You know me. Huh? You'll make trouble, huh?
You're choking me.
I don't like to do this, sister. I don't like to, but you asked for it.
Clicker Benny, choked into a state of unconsciousness, slumped weakly to the floor.
It's your own fault, sister. I gotta tie you up and tell Moose about this. Moose isn't gonna like no part of this.
Michael Axford had made connection with Britt Reed on the telephone in a nearby restaurant. He placed the last of the requested coins in the box and began to talk.
Hello, Reed. Reed, something's funny's going on down here. Let me tell you.
Axford started with the interview he'd had with Sidney Shelby and worked around to the talk he'd had with Clicker Benny.
And Reed, if you take this picture, Clicker got it. Hello, Reed. Reed. Hello, operator. I've been cut off. Operator, what is... the phone's gone dead. Now what?
The owner of the restaurant checked the telephone and then the telephone wires after Axford's complaint. Outside the building, he got the answer to why the wire had gone dead.
There it is over there, mister, you see. The wires have been cut in 3 places. I better complain about this. Hey, look. Maybe somebody didn't want you to make that call.
That's what I think. That's what I know. Oh.
Britt Reed tried vainly to get Axford back on the phone. Then he called the Caribou Point Inn. The operator, after periods of pretended ringing of the rooms, advised him that neither Axford nor Clicker Benny were in. He went into the bedroom where he talked with Cato, his valet and confidant.
Cato, we're not going to be here tonight. We're getting the plane and flying out to Caribou.
Oh, Caribou Point at such an hour, Mr. Britt? What happened? Did Mr.
Axford's phone call to me was cut off right as he was giving me some what seemed to be very pertinent information about one Sidney Shelby.
Oh, that is man who is the town manager of Caribou.
That's the one, all right. There's something mighty odd in the way the switchboard operator at the inn has been handling my calls and questions. I'm going to look into this.
You may be going to look in as Green Hornet?
I hadn't thought of it offhand, Cato, but maybe I might have to. Tell you what. Take along all the Green Hornet material we might need. I'm going to try and find out what the trouble is without my mask or gas gun. But if matters seem as mysterious there as they seem to me this minute, then we'll use both.
At the beach house, Moose Jefferson and Sidney Shelby were surprised by the appearance of Blue Elkins.
I had to come out, Moose.
Why, you...
Don't get sore now. Listen first. I just conked out a dame.
Huh?
You killed a woman.
No, and I wasn't talking to you, stupid. Now listen, Moose, don't look like that. You gotta listen.
Blue Elkins told the story of Clicker Benny and what had happened. When he'd finished, Moose Jefferson was furious.
Of all the dopey things to do. You say she's from the Sentinel. She got pictures, so you hold her up and then choke her,
But
huh?
I had her. She was scratching me up,
But
and I
that
couldn't...
picture of me, she didn't send it out like you said, huh? You got it?
Who cares about your picture? You're finished anyway. It's what all this can do to my setup out here. I got $1 million invested here.
If they find out about me, I'll go to jail.
Shut up and let me think.
You hit me.
I'll kill you if you don't shut up. Blue, get him out of here. Get him home right away. Then bring that dame out here.
What? Bring her out here?
You heard me. We gotta square this thing. Dames like money. We'll have to make up for that dopey choking you did and offer a hunk of cabbage.
What about the guy, Axford?
Forget about him right now.
Mr. Jefferson, what did you mean when you said I was finished?
Go home and figure it out. Then wait till you hear from me. All right, take him along.
Axford found another telephone booth in the lobby of the hotel. This time, however, the man who had shadowed him and cut the wire at the restaurant was unable to forestall the call.
Okay, thanks.
But this time, he was unable to make contact with Reed's home. Starting back to his room on the 4th floor, he was passing a fire exit off the corridor. Then he heard a muffled scream.
That sounds like a woman. It's out here.
Elkins and one of his men were struggling on the stair landing with the again conscious Clicker Binney.
Hey, Clicker, what are you doing? Take your hands off of her.
Give it to him, sailor.
Okay, tough guy. Here, take this.
Oh!
Nice shot, sailor. Trouble is, we'll have to take him along, too. Moose isn't gonna like this.
Britt Reed arrived at the Caribou Point Inn about 15 minutes later. There was no response from the rooms of Axford or Clicker Binney, and the management provided no assistance in locating them. Out in the open, Reed turned to Cato.
Cato, I don't like this. Look, you get that briefcase we took along, the one with the Green Hornet material in it. We're going to let ourselves into Axford's room and into Miss Benny's. Hurry along now.
The Green Hornet and Cato, using the Hornet's special key, had entered Axford's room and found nothing that looked suspicious. But now in Clicker Binney's room, there was evidence of a struggle. It was Cato who, searching the room, found the envelope which Clicker had dropped behind the sofa.
You look, Mr. Britt. Letter addressed to you. Got something inside, too.
Let me see it. Hey, Cato, this is film from a candid camera. It's addressed to me. Something surely has happened here. Let's get out of here and learn what we can.
The Green Hornet and Cato left the room quickly and started down the fire stairway. On the 4th floor landing, the Green Hornet saw the stains of blood where Axford had been knocked unconscious.
Cato, I don't know what happened, but we're going to Sidney Shelby's home. He's mixed up in this, and he's going to do something about it.
Reed, without his mask, learned where Shelby's home was located.
Cato, there was a light in there when we came along, and now it's out. And we get no answer. I want you to go back to that state police barracks we passed. Get the police here.
Okie dokie, Mr. Britt. Maybe best. But what do you do meantime?
Can't you guess? If Shelby won't answer Britt Reed, then he's going to see the Green Hornet. You go for the police now, though.
Sidney Shelby heard the steps on the stairway as he stood in the ghostly light of the moon streaming through the window of the otherwise darkened room. As the door to his room opened, he began to tremble.
All right. You've found me. That's why you sent me back here, isn't it? Isn't... That mask. It isn't you, Blue. Mr. Elkins, I mean.
No, it isn't Mr. Elkins.
You're the Green Hornet.
Yes, Shelby, I am. I found you all right. I sent you back here so I would.
Hornet, that gun. Why must you kill me?
Who said I was going to kill you?
I know it. Mr. Jefferson said he'd... But why are you going to do it, Mr. Hornet?
Maybe it's because I've been in San Francisco.
What?
Maybe it's...
San Francisco? You know, too. Did Axford tell you?
Who's Axford?
He's... Oh, then he didn't tell you. Maybe the girl...
Where is she now? Moose Jefferson said
Isn't she out there with him now? Isn't she with...
Those are police sirens. Did you send for the police?
No.
Did you?
No, I didn't. Don't shoot me. I won't tell.
Look, Shelby, you'd better tell everything. Because if you don't, that's the reason I'm going to kill you.
What? Tell? You want me to tell? Who? Whom?
Dishonest but grammatical, huh? You're going to tell the police about, well, you know.
It means I'll go to jail.
You'd rather die?
No. And, Hornet, I don't want to get involved in whatever it is you're going to do to that newspaper girl.
You want to save her? You think we'd harm her?
Well, isn't that what you're going to do? When I left... Hornet, why are you going to the window?
To break it. I'll get over here and yell for help. Yell at those state troopers' cars. Don't just stand here. Go down and tell them what you know about that girl and about everything else.
And, Sergeant, that's how it is.
Where is the girl? This man said she was being...
I say not to wait, please. If she in trouble,
You're right. Get going, driver. For that detail.
But what about the Green Hornet?
Oh, please, Mr. Sergeant, you not let something happen to Miss Benny. This Green
We'll
Hornet...
send out a radio call and have all roads blocked. You're right, Mr. Cato. We've got to save that girl first if she's in trouble. Let's go.
Believe me, I'm not in on this part.
At State Police Headquarters 2 hours later, Clicker Benny did most of the talking as the doctor bandaged Michael Axford's head wound.
And there's nothing much more I can say except thanks for saving my life, Sergeant. I'm almost sure they would have done something at least semi-fatal to us.
They sure did it to me.
Well, you've given us enough evidence to throttle Jefferson, Elkins, and their whole setup in this town.
You say you found the list of agents and the men connected with their racket, Sergeant?
That's right, Mr. Reed. Found the material they used, too, when they blackmailed men like Shelby. Or Benson, as he turns out to be. There'll be a lot of grief in some official places tomorrow morning.
I knew that guy's face. Shelby, I mean. The only thing I can't understand is how the Green Hornet got mixed up in this.
We haven't located any sign of him yet. I'm almost inclined to believe it was Shelby's imagination that caused him to confess to us. He was hysterical, you know, afraid of dying, and, well, you heard him.
Oh, yes, sir. It seemed like that way to me. I don't think such a person like a Green Hornet was in this matter.
Listen to him, will you? What do you know about the Green Hornet? I'll tell you what I think.
Sentinel Extra paper. Jefferson to jail. Shelby confession bears all. Gambling empire crashes. Read all about it. Shelby repeats Hornet story. Sentinel Extra paper.
This is a feature of the Green Hornet Incorporated, created by George W. Trendle, produced by Trendle Campbell Enterprises, directed by Charles D. Livingston, and edited by Fran Stryker. The part of the Green Hornet is played by Jack McCarthy. This copyrighted feature originates in Detroit, and all characters, places, and incidents used are fictitious. The Green Hornet is brought to you every Friday at this same time. Don Hendrick speaking. This is ABC, the American Broadcasting Company.
No school today. That's tomorrow, boys and girls, and grown-ups, too. Every Saturday morning, ABC brings you a big show appropriately titled No School Today, starring Big John, the narrator, and his pal Sparky, a little fella everybody loves. How old is Sparky? Oh, anywhere between 5 and 8, we'd say, and typical of boys and girls all over the country. Sparky has the same hopes and dreams. He has the same problems. And here's a word for parents. Not only will you enjoy this show, but it's a program you'll be glad to let your children listen to. Full of good, wholesome fun and especially selected music. Don't miss No School Today with versatile John Arthur in charge of the fun. Tomorrow morning on ABC. And now,
The Green Hornet. He hunts the biggest of all game, public enemies who try to destroy our America. With his faithful valet Cato, Britt Reed, daring young publisher, matches wits with the underworld, risking his life that criminals and racketeers within the law may feel its weight by the sting of the Green Hornet. Ride with Britt Reed in the thrilling adventure, Inside Story. The Green Hornet strikes again. The fur truck with its precious cargo never had a chance. The hold-up car zoomed from a side road. Hijackers were firing on the truckmen and their guards as the car ran alongside. The guards made a futile attempt to save their load, but a rain of bullets sent them slumping to the floor dead as the truck crashed into a ditch.
Street, 5 killed in fur hijack.
Here you are, sir.
Truck ambushed, robbers escaped.
Here you are, sir.
Read all about it. Central X Street.